After an intriguing first three match days, the Hero Indian Women's League 2022-23 continues as Group A looks to take shape with another important set of fixtures. The defending champions Gokulam Kerala back in action against Sports Odisha, a set of games that could decide who consolidates the top spot in the early doors of the league. And Anthony Andrews has a chance to build onto the thumping victory against East Bengal 3 days ago, so he makes 4 changes. Shilki and Kritina should be shouldering responsibilities inside their own box, and Dangmei Grace has been impressive in midfield. And the ever-present Kashmina will cover a lot of pitch as well. And Bitrice is the new signing of Gokulam Kerala from Ghana, and she is on the bench. And the former Kerala United striker, Hermilan Kaur, will be rearing to come on. Well, the big two up top for Gokulam Kerala gonna be Sabitra Bhandari and Vivian Ajay. Her physical prowess has been a threat, and this could be a real game changer. Paromita Sit makes only one change from the 3-2 win against Hops. Manisha Nayak rewarded with a start today, and Sports Odisha have scored 3 goals in the fast game. And Gokulam Kerala have conceded only 2 and scored 8. So there will be lots of defending to do for them. And Sports Odisha prefers a 4-3-3. And Rekha Podal gonna be the target up top with Sanfida Nongrum and Poonam marshalling midfield. And Sports Odisha have the experience of Jharna Malik, Sinulata and the reliable Anju on the bench. She scored in the previous game against Hops. And Gokulam Kerala, their strategy is to win, and that will be for every game. They have the luxury of plotting different strategies for the season and will try to be on the front foot and will do everything to win regardless of who is available. The side started their training long time ago in Kerala and confident of a better showing. They have confronted head on over the last few weeks despite having theoretically preparing for it much earlier. And Anthony Andrews had the core of his squad in shape, ready to go on. And for Gokulam now the challenge is to continue the momentum and the aggression. And Sabitra Bhandari will be the main outlet. Her uncanny style of playing on the pitch makes her stand out. And well, for Sports Odisha, another year, another coach, a new set of players. Well, what's new, one may ask. And after all, change and Sports Odisha go hand in hand. The sports crazy state has built a reputation over the years of bringing the best players in India, and once again has assembled an expensive outfit that will look to fire on all cylinders as they look to capture the Hero Indian Women's League's crown. And Sports Odisha have some exciting players in midfield this season, and no doubt the prized catch has been Rekha Paudal, the Nepalese international. One of the biggest prospects has been Manisha Nayak. She has also given Sports Odisha's midfield some thrust and creativity going forward. And Anthony Andrews has been with the club for quite some time now, and now he knows well, but the times have changed. Dangmei Grace and her inclusion in midfield was a bright spot in the opening game against East Bengal for Gokulam. She has a sturdy right foot, and it will be fantastic to see her come up against the likes of Mamta Patra, Poonam and Sanamija. That win against Hops seems ages ago for Paromita Sit, and Anju scored a late winner coming off the bench on the 95th minute mark. And Rekha Paudal's willingness to run and use her energy will be one of the ways for Sports Odisha to get forward and cause problems. And it is worth remembering that she can head the ball very well. And Gokulam Kerala welcoming back Ashalata Devi into the starting lineup today. The senior India international. And Gokulam Kerala, they have come into this Hero Indian Women's League season with a strong side. The guests getting introduced to the players. The Malabarians really have a very strong defense in Mitchell Castanha, Ashalata Devi and Ranjana Chanu. The last match we saw a win taking them at the top of the table, but currently placed second because at the first half of the day Mumbai Knights defeating the side from Chhattisgarh, Mata Rukmani, by a solitary goal. They are on top with 6 points, and Gokulam are second in Group A with 3 points. A win will take them level on points with Mumbai Knights, but Gokulam Kerala holding a better goal difference. A massive improvement in this Gokulam Kerala lineup compared to the last season in terms of Anthony Andrews continuing to add flavour to the side. But the Ghanaian import Vivian Adjei and Sabitra Bhandari combining. The Nepalese international providing couple of assists in the last game. Indumati Dangmei Grace got on the score sheet as well. And well, the referee for today's game is Furki Hamu Bhutia from Sikkim. She is going to be assisted by Roshini Maibam and Kavita Shahu, with Hangma Singh is the fourth official. Accompanies the two skippers Dangmei Grace and Mamta Patra for the toss of the coin. Now, the youngsters were brilliant as well. They tried to throw themselves into the final third, but Sabitra Bhandari was the player who caught eye, scoring 5 goals in the opener, made her return in the Hero Indian Women's League with a bang. But it's going to be a different team, a different game, and we would like to see how Gokulam keep their winning momentum. Sports Odisha, the composition of the team looks strong. Their strikers Rekha and Manisha Nayak were clinical. They have got everything. Sanfida Nongrum, who's done well in midfield, and Sumitra Hembram. They've got a decent defense. Their goalkeeper has done pretty well. So it's not going to be an easy game, but I'm sure there's going to be goals. When you have the likes of Sabitra Bhandari, Grace, Indumati, it promises to be an entertaining matchup. And Gokulam Kerala not highly tested in the first game, but today I think it's a proper chance for Anthony Andrews to figure out how his team operates and how they look against a very competitive, very decent side. Even though they are reinstated, they have gone all out to bring in new reinforcements to figure out how to tackle the situation. And Sports Odisha looks tight with Usharani Devi in goal. She's done very well over there. They have shown that they are tall, sturdy against hops. So it's going to be a challenge for Bhandari to get past them. And so both the teams have shown strengths, with Gokulam Kerala clearly the better at winning points in comparison to Sports Odisha. But on their day, they can be a difficult team to deal with. Will there be a cutting edge to their play though? Rekha Paudel, she's had one missed opportunity. Woodwork rattled, questions were asked, and they brought in Manisha Nayak for answers. She has provided one already. This evening we'll see more of that when they look into the mirror. These two teams must see the reflections of their past. It is almost unnerving what stares back at them. They have valor, they have prudence, but they need to be sharper and more ruthless tonight. Those abilities will be tested. There's Ranjana Chanu, her first reception of the ball. A brilliant awareness to find Indumati as well. Ashalata Devi takes the aerial route. Slight touch from Sabitra Bhandari. Support arriving down the left flank. It was Manasa. Here is Anthony Samson Andrews. Tested incredible success in Gokulam Kerala last year. Has been part of the Gokulam Kerala setup since the last couple of seasons. Been part of the men's team as well. Likes to make an explosive start, Anthony Andrews. Continuing with his 4-2-3-1 system. Kritina and Ashalata Devi in the heart of defense. But the word from the technical area is that Shilki Devi is going to give up her comfort of midfield and drop into defense. And Kashmina, she's been accommodated in the heart of midfield alongside Dangmei Grace. They've got 4 attackers attacking at once, with the box-to-box midfielder Dangmei Grace having the potential of becoming the 5th attacker while they go on the counter-attack. And they've got the numerical advantage both offensively and defensively. They've got 6 players while defending. And Grace also tracks back and rejoins Kashmina and forms a defensive layer in front of the back 4. Here's Paramita Sit, the head coach of Sports Odisha. Gokulam Kerala looking to get into the groove early on. A heavy touch from Rekha Paudel. It's a battle between the two Nepalese international as well. Sabitra Bhandari of Gokulam and Rekha of Sports Odisha. Here is Kasmina. They had a very fruitful season in the Kerala Women's League. Well, the Hero Indian Women's League, of course, is a tournament of much greater magnitude. It will be interesting to see how she performs at a higher stage. Must have shown enough to Anthony Andrews to pick her up for this particular encounter. Convinced the coach to give her a start today. Here is Vivian, a very physical player, profound for her physical prowess. There is a paramount significance of including her into the starting lineup this evening. And Grace, away from her marker, a close marking from Sports Odisha. They are matched player to player across the pitch. Anthony Andrews hoping that Sports Odisha would stay in their shell and defend, but that is not the case, and not at least in the first 4.5 odd minutes. That was an attempted shot from Sabitra Bhandari, 20 yards from goal. Rekha Paudel, pardon me. Both the number 9 in the scoring spree. Rekha Paudel this time with the attempt from about 20 yards out. Not on target. Soumya getting the start today between the sticks. Bitrice is on the bench, the Ghanaian. Here is Ashalata Ranjana Chanu providing that width to create more passing options. Rekha, she is going to cause a lot of trouble in the Gokulam Kerala defense line with her pace. Sports Odisha, of course, are fighting against the battle. They do not want to be last. Paromita will know that there is too much expectations behind her at this club and too much glory to ignore, and continue to stay where they are. Of course, it's a long process. Last time these two teams met was in May 2022 last year. Gokulam beat Sports Odisha 7-1 at the Capital Ground, in case you've forgotten. Ashalata Devi will be donning the Malabarians colours for the second season running in the Hero Indian Women's League, considered by many as one of the most formidable centre-halves in the subcontinent. Ranjana Chanu, she has set off from the left. There's a low cross below her knee level, easily seen away by Sanamija. And now the number 13 of Gokulam Kerala, Mitchell, a guide on towards Sabitra Bhandari. Bhandari gets the better of the goalkeeper, and she has finally managed to breach the Sports Odisha defense. Sabitra Bhandari with her 6th goal of this competition, and Gokulam Kerala with an early lead here. And look at that guide on from Manasa. She was through on goal. Just a gentle touch to go past the goalkeeper, and eventually a gentle touch doing the trick for the Nepalese international. A fine guide on from Manasa. Excellent combination play up top between the two. She must have hurt herself in the process. Just clatters with the post. And Gokulam Kerala, I won't mind as long as it has gone into the back of the net. And now Sports Odisha, lovely give and go. A bit of gap opening up on the second ball. Easily erased away by Kashmina. The fire quickly blown off before it could even rage. Ashalata Devi captains both the Indian national women's team. She was the captain of Gokulam Kerala last year as well. Highly confident, always fit and leading by example. And watching her in action is really a delight to watch. With her on the team sheet, any opposition forward will be in for a hard game. And despite losing the likes of Manisha Kalyan, Soumya, who were successfully plying their trade in Europe, and Aditi Chauhan to injury, the Malabarians have done well to hold on to their skipper, as they will be mounting a title defence made tougher by Odisha's impressive acquisition. A second match of the campaign. Speaking about the mood in the dressing room, the head coach Anthony Andrews mentioned how he's incredibly proud of the team's performance in the previous game and aimed to take the positives forward. And a corner to defend here for Sports Odisha. Ranjana Chanu plays it short on to the number 4. She is quickly closed down by Rekha Paudel. Does enough to put off the number 4 of Gokulam Kerala. It was Ashalata Devi. It took her time on the ball in delivering the cross. Got to react quick. The number 4. And now Dangmei Grace tussling for the ball, losing out on this occasion. Throw in for Gokulam Kerala. Michelle playing on the right hand side of defense. She started in the heart of a central defense in the previous game alongside Kritina. Looks like Shilki Devi and Ashalata Devi will be shouldering responsibilities inside the 18-yard box. Kashmina and Grace in midfield. Indumati slightly ahead. She's got the cushion of Grace and Kashmina behind her. And now Sabitra Bhandari cross is deflected in. Slightly troublesome for the goalkeeper Usharani Devi, but she somehow manages to deal with it. 10 minutes on the clock. It's Gokulam Kerala 1, Sports Odisha 0, thanks to that early strike from Sabitra Bhandari. And after a promising start, Misaka United lost to Hops by 1-0 earlier in the day. Hops lost to Sports Odisha 3-2 in a thrilling encounter. They were steering at a 2-all draw, but that last minute strike from Manisha Nayak proving to be the difference in the end between the two teams. And Indumati has got a perfect midfield foil in Grace and Kashmina. Whenever she's out of position, chasing deliveries up top, she knows she's got the likes of Grace and Kashmina behind her, protecting her. Kashmina. She's very energetic in midfield already. Rekha Paudel makes herself available for the pass, goes the other way around. The number 11. And now from distance, the number 6 goes. Gets some help of the woodwork, and it has trickled in. Soumya beaten, and Sports Odisha restores parity. Is Sumitra Hembram with the strike. And Sports Odisha are back on level terms. An absolute screamer from Sumitra. No one closing her down, everybody backed off. They should have gone for the challenge, Ranjana Chanu. But the Gokulam Kerala defense caught ball watching, and in the end they had to pay the price. Keeper should have done much better. She was right on the line. Got some fingertips onto it. Hits the underside of the post and goes in. Not very confident in defense. Sports Odisha. A surge after surge from Gokulam Kerala, looking to go direct time and again. And they got to mix it up. They keep the ball for some time in midfield and then use the flanks. Kashmina goes behind to Shilki Devi, rolls it across to Ashalata Devi, halfway inside the Sports Odisha midfield. The ball was far too ahead of Manasa. Usharani with an overhead kick lands precisely for Rekha Paudel, capitalizing on the bad touches. Ranjana Chanu loses out in possession. Quick release from Rekha down the right hand side. Had some space. Manasa Naik could have gone for the cross but caught in two minds in the end, picking up the wrong option, the number 10. The angle was very, very tight. Rekha Powder looking very sharp, at least in the first quarter. And now Ranjana Chanu playing it back to her keeper Soumya. Shilki Devi represented India recently in the Under-17 World Cup held in Bhubaneswar. Pulls away from her marker. Great ball from Sabitra Bhandari. Vivian on the end of it. Vivian pulls it across and away from Poonam. Not too far though. But the number 11 of Sports Odisha making sure there's no breakaway move. Nisha tracking back in averting the danger for Sports Odisha. Good to see the high press applied by Sports Odisha. They're looking to take the game to Gokulam Kerala. Earlier we thought that they would sit deep and soak up the pressure, but that isn't the case. And there's plenty to play about in this game. The top four guarantees a place in the quarterfinal. The Red and Gold Brigade, after a disappointing start to their debut season in the Hero Indian Women's League, are taking on the hosts Kahani FC at the Shahibagh Police Ground. Will be looking to get the first points on board in the Hero IWL history. And now Rekha Paudel is 3 against 1. 3 comes out crumps. Having the numerical advantage in defense, Gokulam Kerala. The Sports Odisha midfield slightly closer to defense, relying on the individual brilliance of Rekha Paudel, as she is aided by Manasa Naik and Nisha. And a skit is away to Mansa. Manasa has got Sabitra Bhandari up ahead of her. Audacious try from the number 30, who has lifted the Kerala Women's League title with Gokulam Kerala. Calculating the bounce brilliantly, Rekha Paudel going in tight, Ashalata Devi. Gokulam Kerala player is down on the deck. Looks like trouble for Manasa. She's clutching her ankle. Seems to be in pain. Kashmina. She came on in the second half against East Bengal. She has been praised for her distribution in midfield. Her expertise lies in spreading the ball onto the wings very quickly before the opposition gets time to compensate players down the flanks, and thus creating 1v1 opportunities. A lucky touch from Sabitra Bhandari. That is how Gokulam Kerala took the lead, which short-lived. That goal was cancelled out by Sumitra with a long-range attempt. Poonam played last year as well in the Hero Indian Women's League for Hunts. Here is Asha. She is a ball playing centre back, very comfortable on the ball. A leader at the back, likes to join attack as well. Vivian receiving the ball just behind the halfway line. The referee awards a free kick to Sports Odisha. She is unhappy with the referee's decision. Vivian, known for her work rate. In comes the cross, close to the goalkeeper. Rekha Paudel was interested. The 23 years old. And now link up play from Gokulam, just drawing out Sports Odisha in order to create space behind the defenders, and using the pace of Dangmei, Grace, Manasa and Vivian. A very mobile and box-to-box midfielder. Dangmei Grace bursting forward, making her presence felt, making those direct arrowing runs towards the box. Just taking a tumble here, Kashmina, Shilki Devi, pardon me, and now Ashalita Devi. Again the route one ball, easily defended by Poonam. On from the number 11, Nisha. And now the goal scorer, Sumitra, selling one dummy. Was looking to play in Rekha Paudel. But organized at the back, Gokulam Kerala. A vital interception from Mitchell. Sumitra Hembram. Clever black heel. Rekha Paudel. Just looking to spread the ball on the right hand side. Didn't work out on this occasion. This is how Sports Odisha went forward, and within 3 touches almost opened up the Gokulam Kerala goal mouth. And Anthony Andrews mentioning that they executed the game plan very well, and the players showed excellent teamwork and discipline, and work on maintaining their momentum and building on their strengths in the upcoming matches. It looks like a substitution is getting ready early on for Gokulam Kerala. Kritina is getting ready. Kashmina picked up that knock. Looks like she won't be able to continue. There's going to be an early blow for Gokulam Kerala, but the flag has gone up. Mitchell Castana, she's offside. Dangmei Grace and yards offside. Mitchell Castana. Right under the nose of the assistant. Anthony Andrews was really wary of the challenge the Sports Odisha brings on the table, and insisted that his side won't take their opponents lightly, and respect all of their opponents and prepare for every game with the same intensity and focus. And the Sports Odisha is a strong team and are aware of its capabilities, and have analyzed their strengths and weaknesses and prepared a game plan accordingly. On the other hand, Sports Odisha too bagged a thrilling 3-2 win over Hops in their opening game of the season on Wednesday. And the team, looking to build on their positives as they progress into the further matches, have stolen the march here. Rekha Paudel squaring the keeper. Is still going. Rekha Paudel will be kept alive on the far side by Manisha Nayak. She's got Ranjana Chanu for company. Cross comes in, a disappointing one. And what a moment for Sports Odisha. Rekha Paudel stolen a march, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, squaring Soumya. Just took a bit too much time on the ball, and eventually not managing to hit the back of the net. And Gokulam Kerala making the substitution. Kritina coming in for Kashmina. She was down for quite some time now. What a chance goes begging for Sports Odisha. In a game of this stature, you got to make those chances count. A clear-cut scoring opportunity. I can't believe her luck, Soumya. Oh, quickly off her line and lost the ball completely. There was plenty of backup, and they quickly covered the goal mouth. And this was the incident. Went to her left. Could have taken it first time, deciding to go on to her stronger right foot. Eventually scuffed it, Rekha Paudel. Ritu Devi. Poonam. Dangmei Grace. Charging down the near side. One step over. Taking on the fullback, Dangmei Grace. She enters the box. Attempted cross. She will get another go at it. The ball just initially taking an awkward spin. Put out for the throw-in. Clearing the lines eventually. Mamta Patra defending with all hands on deck. Sports Odisha. Ritu Devi will draw a foul in her favour. This was the incident. And just nudged away Ritu Devi. Indumati was guilty on this occasion. A heavy touch. I couldn't keep it in play. And the Gokulam, winners of the last season, are a very strong side. And their preparations have been good. And they respect their opponents and will try to give their best to win the game. Paromita mentioning that her young side is hungry to prove their caliber and will go all out against the defending champions. The young players are confident enough to prove themselves, and this is the biggest platform where they can show their talent. Promising signs from Sports Odisha already. Foul on Rekha Paudel. A free kick for Sports Odisha. And they've quite successfully managed to harass the Gokulam Kerala defense. I haven't seen much team put the Malabarians under pressure when it comes to the Hero Indian Women's League. And the ball is floated in and out of play for a goal kick. And that was Nisha sending the ball straight into the box. Mitchell Castana will be tucking inside, playing as a right-sided central defender. Shilki Devi back on her regular midfield position after Kashmina's departure. Kritina will play on the right-hand side of defense. Mitchell Castana partnering Ashalata Devi. Now that is the adjustment, a forced one made by Anthony Andrews. No conviction in the clearance. Now Sabitra Bhandari on offside. Sabitra Bhandari cleverly beating the offside trap. Bhandari keeps going, rise the challenge across the face of goal. Chance for a shot. Deflected, and Vivian on the rebound. Makes it count. Is so prolific in front of goal. Vivian Ajay. She's got magic on her legs. Couldn't have scored an easier goal than that. The ball was round away across by Sabitra Bhandari. And Vivian with the finish. And Gokulam Kerala takes a 2-1 lead here. Mansa with the attempt. Blocked by Sumitra. But Vivian quickly latching onto it. And drills it into the bottom corner. Both the strikers for Gokulam Kerala among goals. Just at the cusp of the hydration break, Gokulam Kerala regaining the lead. There have been 3 goals in this game. We'll try and show you how things started here at the Trans Stadia. Sabitra Bhandari giving Gokulam Kerala the lead, which was nullified by Sumitra Hembram's long-range try. And just before the drinks break, Vivian putting them ahead. Rekha Paudel, she's been very adventurous. This was the goal. Sabitra Bhandari was in on goal. Mansa got to be credited for that guide on. And Sumitra Hembram lets fly. Brought back her side into the game. And now riding the challenge. Good turn of pace from the Nepalese international. And RJ straight away went for the finish. Very quick to react inside the 18-yard box. Wearing the number 10. El Shaddai of Gokulam Kerala made the number 9 her own last year. She scored 20 goals. And tomorrow another team from Kerala, Lord Zefe, will be in action against Sethu Madurai. Another southern derby is on the cards. Over 4:30 p.m. kickoff at the Trans Stadia. And do not forget to tune in. All the matches of the Hero Indian Women's League live and exclusive on the YouTube channel of the Indian football team.
Quick, come here, quick, move, move. Yeah, quick. Roll the ball, quick, Asha. Man, roll quick. Keep it down.
Half an hour just flown past us. It's Gokulam Kerala 2. Sports Odisha 1. And among the debutant clubs, if not the debutant states, Mumbai Knights leading the points chart in Group A. When they started the club, the idea was to give a safe and organized space for girls in Mumbai to come and play during the pandemic. And the team owner Deepu Biswas mentioning from there the idea grew to make a club that would play the qualifiers in MFA Premier Division and go on. Double teamed. She quickly read the pass, saw the danger, and making the interception. Ritu Devi. And now Shilki. Dangmei Grace continuing to offer support. On the same wavelength is the number 2 Kritina. It's a low cross. Goes all the way across. No one able to bring the ball under control. And now chance for a one-touch build-up. Easily cut out by Ashalata Devi. Ranjana Chanu sloppy defending from Gokulam Kerala. Rekha Paudel. But a crunching challenge from Mitchell. Puts her off. Stopped on her tracks, the Nepalese. Losing out on the physical battle. Sabitra Bhandari crowded out. She wins the ball back using her body swerve, but the decision going against her. Clearly brought the number 5 down, Mamta Patra, the Sports Odisha skipper. Easily identifiable Sabitra Bhandari. Sumitra Hembram, she's got low center of gravity. Very quick on the turn. And pulling the strings from deep. Another crossfield ball. Dangmei Grace. She's got Vivian inside her. Couple of blue shirts upon her. A support arriving from Kritina. No space to progress. Eventually, they had to come behind. There's no shame at all in building up from defense. And every time Gokulam Kerala trying to build an inroad in the final third, they eventually had to come back and regroup and reorganize. That is always a sign of a good shape when they have to keep coming back. Now Dangmei Grace tried to skip past Ritu Devi. Remains sturdy over there, the number 3. Enjoying the ball possession here. Gokulam Kerala. Asharata Devi advancing inside the Sports Odisha half. And now Silky Devi stepping in. Here comes Gokulam Kerala. Indumati quickly closed down. There might be a change in goalkeeper as well for Sports Odisha. Spandita Das is ready to come on, and Usha Rani Devi makes way for her. A couple of quick changes in the first half. A forced substitution for Gokulam Kerala. Kashmina went off. Kritina had to come on. Now Usha Rani goes off, and in comes Pandita Das. The Deepu Biswas, the team owner of the side from Mumbai, requested his men's club. He's also the owner of the I-League second division side Ambernath Atlanta United, who defeated RRFC last night. The coach Stephen Dias to take over the women's team during the pandemic, seeing as there weren't any tournaments being held for the men. And Dias gamely agreed, and despite his limited experience with the women's game, under his watch, the Knights qualified for the Hero Indian Women's League, beating the defending champions PIFA into the second place game. A heavy touch contributing into a sliding clearance from Poonam. Ranjana Chanu continues to stay high. Reverse ball for Manasa. Ajay waiting in the box. Onto the near left to Sabitra Bhandari. Kritina with a heavy touch recovers well. Asharata Devi. Mitchell. And now Kritina. Soumya. Gokulam Kerala play out from the back. Ajay turning her marker. Ajay now gaining pace. Once again mopped up very quickly by the blue shirts. Now snatched away by Sumitra. Sumitra sends Nisha on the run with her couple of maroon shirts tracking her run. The likes of Mitchell and Kritina. We're talking about the Mumbai Knights, managed by Stephen Dias during the state championship. Stephen Dias, his duty the first with the Maharashtra Santosh Trophy side, and then Ambernath Atlanta I-League second division season meant he wouldn't be able to take the mantle for the Hero IWL. As a result, Paromita Sheth had to step in. Ranjana Chanu in an advanced role, offering run. She is an outlet and always stays near the halfway area. And now shifting it on the right, Dangmei Grace. She's got Ritu Devi for company. Dangmei cuts inside, delivers across Sabitra Bhandari's header. A looping header from the number 9. No power on that. Goes straight at Spandita Das. And now Bhandari winning that one high up into the opposition's territory. That's a fine ball. It's 3 against 2. Can they make this one count? Shilki Devi getting there first, making sure Rekha Paudel doesn't get the feel of the ball. And now Sabitra dropping deep. Door opens up on the left channel. Picks out Mansa, asking for it. Sabitra and obliged the Nepalese, but couldn't keep the ball under control. And now Sumitra Hembrum, both the number 6 getting into a tussle of their own. Poonam takes a look up, executes the pass. Rekha Paudel, the first touch makes her life difficult. And now in steps Ritu. Poonam holding up play in the middle of the park. Interception from Ashalata Devi. Indumati swept out wide by Indu. Racing inside is Sabitra Bhandari. Ball comes in. Need to show some quality in terms of delivering those crosses. Manasa on that occasion. Sabitra Bhandari was available at the near side. A swift exchange of passes from Gokulam Kerala. Sports Odisha knocked out of their strides by Gokulam's positive play. And ever since scoring that equalizer, they looked like a different team altogether, Sports Odisha, but a bit of wind knocked out of their sails. Since this player, Vivian, got that second goal. Pumped into the box, header from Ashalata, collected by Mansa Indumati. And now Ranjana Chanu emerged with the ball. She looks up. A grounded pass into Sabitra Bhandari with a clever back heel. Manasa. She is confronted by Mamta Patra. Mitchell into the feet of Dangmei Grace. Shilki Devi. Calm and composed Gokulam Kerala. Ashalata Devi. And the searching ball forward would have been offside. Vivian Indumati coming back onside after going in early. Vivian Indumati sizzling through the defense, but brave goalkeeping from Spandita Das, leaving her mark when she was supposed to. What excellent ball from Indu. Beautiful weight on that pass. Spandita Das getting there first. And saving grace for Sports Odisha. As long as the scoreline is within reach, Sports Odisha are in with a shout here. Coming in field from a wide position. Ashalata looking to switch wings. Sabitra Bhandari, a twinkle-toed, plenty of shirts, and now on the turn is Dangmei Grace. It has settled in. Not a very powerful shot. It might have taken some kind of deflection in the way. But Gokulam Kerala turning the screw here. And it's Dangmei Grace this time on the score sheet, and Gokulam Kerala tripled their lead, and with a 2 goals cushion. Fell onto her left foot, opting for placement rather than power. She got full value for her shot. And Dangmei Grace with her second strike of the season. Gokulam Kerala in the ascendancy. A couple of minutes remaining in the first half. There will be a few minutes added on. Sports Odisha needs a quick response. Sabitra taking a lot of responsibility. Sabitra Bhandari operating slightly withdrawn, getting on the ball. The more she gets on the ball, the better it is for Gokulam Kerala. Another long range try. That won't trouble Spandita Das. A few teams making debut in the Hero IWL have chosen to keep their squads almost entirely local, and many others have chosen to mix and match in an attempt to put together the best squad possible. And Goa will mark its debut. The Churchill brothers lost to Setu Madurai 6-0. Not a very promising start for the Red Machines. Here is an opening for Sports Odisha. Opens up her body and pulls the trigger. Sumitra Hembram narrowly misses out. That could have been very, very interesting had that gone in, but just wasn't to be for Sumitra Hembram and Sports Odisha. And finally some respite for Gokulam Kerala's defence. And Manisha, Vivian, and Dangmei Grace, those three workhorses for Gokulam Kerala. Sabitra Bhandari picking up pace in close quarters, getting in front of a marker. Steaming onto the ball was Indumati. Sets up Vivian. Vivian with a layoff for Dangmei Grace. Dangmei Grace shaping up for a shot. Comfortable height for Spandita Das. 4 minutes of additional time in the first half. Absolutely champagne football from Gokulam Kerala. They are running rings around Sports Odisha. Just plucks it out of the air, Spandita. Haven't had plenty of chances, clear-cut chances, Gokulam Kerala in this half. Whatever chances have come from outside the box. Apart from the first goal, a culmination of the two strikers. At the same time, they got to be very alert at the back and make sure they do not overcome it. In that process, leave the back door open. One stray pass given away. Rekha Paudel was in the clear, and luckily she couldn't make it count. Otherwise could well have been a different story altogether. Another giveaway, very cheap giveaway from Gokulam Kerala. An interesting battle going on between Rekha Paudel and Shilki Devi. Both of them once again getting involved. Ranjana. Her pass easily picked up by Mamta Patra. Now in the center circle, Indumati. That's a teasing ball played forward. I was looking for the run of Sabitra Bhandari, and now Poonam. Space on the left. Nisha plays it in field into the feet of Rekha Paudel. Again, the first touch letting her down.
Silky help. Silky help.
Committing players forward. Sports Odisha, they have won the ball
Now Sindhu.
in a great area. Sumitra controlling things in midfield.
Good Silky. Again. Good Silky.
She's got the vision and the creativity
Lovely Silky. Come on.
to play those defense splitting passes. And that should be offside. Dangmei Grace. A couple of yards ahead of the last player, Ritu Devi. That was the pass from Sabitra Bhandari. And easy pickings for the assistant referee. Just about 30 seconds remaining in the first half. It's been an entertaining half of football. 4 goals already.
Easy.
The first half an hour was pretty much even Stevens.
Hey.
Nicely cut out by Poonam. Sliding in. Dangmei Grace doing her defensive duty. This was the challenge.
Grace.
It's going to be half-time whistle any moment, and the referee, Furki Bhutia, blows the whistle. An entertaining half of football comes to an end. Gokulam Kerala go into the breather with a 3-1 lead. And once again, Sabitra Bhandari heading them in front. Sumitra nullifying, bringing her side back into the game. Just at the cusp of the drinks break, Vivian handing that important lead to Gokulam Kerala, which was tripled by Dangmei Grace. The match number 11 kicked off at the Tron Stadia. And these are the goals. Sabitra Bhandari had a clear run and made her opportunity count, and Sumitra takes a look at goal, goes for it and gets the result. It was beautifully poised at 1-all, and this was the moment for Rekha Paudel to get her team in front. And then Vivian capitalizing on this defensive error, scoring the second one for Gokulam Kerala. Sabitra Bhandari once again being the catalyst, and Dangmei Grace this time with the finish with her weaker left foot. So it has ended 3-1 at the break. We'll come back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the coverage of the Hero Indian Women's League 2022-23 from the Trans Stadia, where Gokulam Kerala are taking on Sports Odisha. And 4 goals in the first half, couple of good chances for Rekha Paudel of Sports Odisha, as she failed to make it count. But Sports Odisha had only 1 shot on target in the first half. That shot resulting into a goal scored by Sumitra Hembram. A lot of words may have been exchanged during half-time in both the dressing rooms, and Anthony Andrews will have been very vocal in terms of how he wants his team to play. They've committed few mistakes at the back, and impressive with his tactics so far, Anthony, and he's made it no secret that this is a representation of what this country can produce in this sport as the team develops under him. It's been a very enterprising half as it stands. The Gokulam Kerala and Sports Odisha are up at Ahmedabad, and they have everything to do. They need to show more verve, more positivity and more intent going forward. Otherwise, Gokulam Kerala will eat into possession and hurt them on the break. Referee Furki Bhutia checks her watch. The dust has settled on a memorable win for Gokulam Kerala against East Bengal, and here we are to kick it up. The Malabarians cautious and careful, and both the teams know this is the top club competition in the country, and to go far you must be brave like that. So the round 2 of matches starting with a flurry of results as far as the Hero IWL is concerned. Well, at the other game, at the Shahibag Police Ground, East Bengal and Kahani FC, it's still 0-0. In case you are a red and gold fan, please join the other stream. All the matches are live on the YouTube channel of the Indian football team. In case you are here, the defending champions Gokulam Kerala are up against Sports Odisha. The Malabarians in a 3-1 lead, with goals from Sabitra Vivian and Dangmei Grace. Ranjana Chanu with a cross from deep, somehow managing to deal with it, but the clearance not very far though. Collected by Dangmei Grace. Close on her is Sabitra Bhandari. Ignores her, goes out wide. Chance for the 1-2. Still Dangmei Grace. This time delivers across Sabitra Bhandari's header. Slightly nudged away off the ball. The Nepalese international by Poonam. She's asking for a penalty. The referee awards a goal kick. And that was the incident. There was a shoulder barge from Poonam. She is absolutely furious with the referee's decision. Referee might have taken into account it wasn't enough on the barge as well. Maybe she went down too easily. And now a lovely exchange. Another beautiful ball. Bhandari this time delivers towards the far post. Manasa is arriving. But a Sports Odisha defender getting there first. Mamta Patra, the skipper. Throw in for Gokulam. It's a corner rather. Ranjana Chanu in corner duties. They've got the heights inside the box. And Vivian and Savitra Bhandari. And there she is. Ashalata goes for the lob. Is out of play for a goal kick. Trudging up from her designated centre half's position and going for glory, Ashalata Devi. Ranjana Chanu, she's having a wonderful game. Impressed against East Bengal as well. Menacing down the left wing. Joins the overlap. Likes to play in a slightly advanced role. Kritina at the other flank stays slightly deeper. Gokulam Kerala trying to maintain the shape at the back. Mitchell and Ashalata Devi splitting to the width of the 18-yard box, allowing Shilki Devi to drop into the space created when the opposition push wide. And there she is, Ashalata Devi. And carries the ball. Couldn't find Sabitra Bhandari. Is Mamta Patra down the line for Nayak. Ranjana Chan was alert to the danger. Sumitra Hembram infield for Poonam, and now space opens up down the left hand side. One step over from the number 11, at the right place at the right time. Perfectly placed was Mitchell Castana. Across from Nisha, not troubling the Gokulam Kerala defense. We are 5 minutes into the second half. It's still 3-1 in Gokulam Kerala's favour. No goals yet in the second half, in case you're wondering. No subs made at the start of the second half. A couple of forced changes in the first half. Kritina replacing Kashmina, and then Spandita Das had to come on for Usharani Devi. Both the coaches blinking ones in the first half. Gokulam Kerala with a very steady approach. Sports Odisha trying for every possible way to dissect that very physical midfield of Gokulam Kerala. Always not in terms of physicality, but also in terms of mental toughness. The shape has been held in a very stern way, and in the clear once again was Sabitra Bhandari. Keeper with a very vital block. Called into action Spandita Das. Within the first 5 minutes of the second half, Sabitra Bhandari, she had a free run. Tried to guide the ball goalwards. Now fine save from Paromita. The head coach will be very happy with the way their goalkeeper Spandita Das pulled off that save. Kept her eye on the ball till the last minute. Managing to get some contact. They need a very physical striker up top, Gokulam Kerala. And they've got the likes of Hermilan Kaur on the bench. It will be interesting to see when Anthony Andrews introduces her. Manasa looking slightly subdued right towards the end of the first half. A couple of wasteful crosses. Sabitra Bhandari finding each other very well, and now rides the physical challenge and getting the shot away. Vivian, a vital blocker from the Sports Odisha defense, almost powering past defenders Vivian at J. And the former Kerala United striker Hermilan Kaur to be summoned by Anthony Andrews. Manasa made a few amazing runs down the wings, but haven't been able to produce the telling ball inside the box that could get Gokulam Kerala their required result. This time a fine save, still alive for Gokulam. Had that covered. Spandita Das. Manasa denied by Spandita. At the center of things once again was Sabitra Bhandari. Her shot saved by Spandita Das, and Mansa denied by The sports Odisha goalkeeper. And Harmilan Kaur comes on for Mansa. A short corner. Harmilan straight away into the mix. Away from the sports Odisha defense. Ashalata Devi. That's clearly off. Ranjana Chanu in an offside position. That is why the flag went up. And that was a pretty close call. And the facial expression from Ranjana Chanu sums up. She's not at all happy with the decision. A very regretful smile from the Manipuri fullback. Under pressure from Naik. A stray header from the number 19 Harmilan. Sumitra Hembram picks out Rekha Paudel, looking for support, and the support doesn't arrive. Eventually had to give the ball away to a Gokulam Kerala player. Could be a breakaway move for the Malabarians. Dangmei Grace. Sabitra Bhandari takes a look up, delivers a cross, and that looks like an offside. Should be offside, Harmilan Kaur. Look at that, Harmilan Kaur skipping past her marker. Offside by quite a few yards. Could have delayed her run for about half a second. Harmilan quickly closed down by Rekha Paudel. Shilki Devi. He was waiting for her midfield partner to get her off the hooks. And now Ajay steps in. Taking a lot of initiative in terms of building up play. And Gokulam Kerala will buy a corner kick. A couple of players warming up near the technical, near the touch line. Another short corner taken. Got to retake it. Need to show some kind of variety from the set piece. Ashalata scoops it in. Might be a chance for Ajay. It was a beautiful ball sent in by Ashalata Devi. A teasing cross. Couple of maroon shirts went up for it, but falls kindly for Ajay. Couldn't poke it goalwards, the Ghanaian. First, a clear-cut scoring opportunity for Gokulam Kerala in the second half. Another Route 1 ball delivered into the box, a bit of pinball muddlings. A cross from the left and over the crossbar. The vision and goal very clear from the All India Football Federation, and published and articulated them. Use them as the guiding light and the principles for work going forward. Based on that, come up with the action plans and initiatives, the projects that will shape the future of Indian football. And that will help us achieve our short and long-term goals under the vision of 2047. And hopefully that this is one decision that will excite, incite and inspire women playing football. And the supporters of women's football in India are confident that this will lead to an increase in participation, and we will see women stars emerge due to the new thirst and initiatives. Clearly saw that Nisha and putting it into touch for a throw-in. There is Kritina. Soumya. She is slightly out of position. Soumya. And now Ashalata Devi bringing it out of defense. Went over the top. Nicely marshalled by Sports Odisha's disciplined shape in the defense. They are holding the line pretty well now. A couple of games coming up tomorrow as well at the same time. The big one gonna be between Lord Zefe and Setu Maduri. A wrong foots her marker. Buys a yard, delivers a cross towards Ajay. Shada. Ajay with an overhead kick. Went high up into the air. Harmilan Kaur was also in the mix. And nothing comes off it in the end. And no damage done. Some respite for the Sports Odisha defense. And now the give and go, Harmilan. Three blue shirts quickly converging. Harmilan Kaur from Punjab. Impressed during the Kerala Women's League. A hint of a handball. Ranjana Chanu committing that handball. Look at that. And she knows it. A flick on there from Nayak. Shouts of handball given by Furki Bhutia. The free-flowing football hardly been visible from Gokulam Kerala in this half. They're struggling to gel together. Holding the shape pretty well. Sports Odisha. This is Ritu Devi with that vital intervention and almost shot in the foot. Pull back from Sabitra, asking for it. Dangmei Grace taking time on the ball. Let's fly Dangmei! Off the woodwork, and now quickly converging on it was Sabitra Bhandari. Excellent reflexes, quick to react, and puts the ball into the top corner. It's 4-1 in favor of Gokulam Kerala. And a brace for Sabitra Bhandari. 5 goals in the opening game. And her goal number 7. She is clearly leading the race for the golden boot. Getting some help off the woodwork. Dangmei Grace's shot. Sabitra Bhandari making no mistake. Closing in very quickly. And applying the defining touch from a close range. The game is slowly and steadily slipping off their grasp. Sumitra Hembram overpowered in midfield. And Gokulam Kerala having numbers up top. There's that through ball. Sumitra Bhandari can complete her hat-trick. And yes, she does. A defining toe poke. And the goals just simply keeps on flowing in for the Malabarians. A fine finish. A poacher's finish from Sabitra Bhandari. A back-to-back hat-trick for the Nepalese international. Indumati this time with a disguised ball in. Gets in front of her marker. Beats her marker for pace. Saw the keeper slightly advanced and then calmly placing it into the second post. Here comes Sports Odisha though. Rekha Paudel cuts inside. Rekha Paudel takes a tumble. Referee blows the whistle. Free kick for Sports Odisha in a very good position. Look at that. Running infield. Checks onto her left foot. Just overplays it slightly. She is well within shooting distance, Rekha Paudel. Just inside the D box. From 20 yards out, a free kick for Sports Odisha. Can they make the scoreline look respectable? Rekha Paudel on top of this free kick. Nisha close to her as well in case the ball ricochets off the wall. She can pick up the rebound and place it in. Rekha Paudel looks like is the one who's going to take it. Nisha might also be one of the contenders, but she walks away. And Rekha Paudel, can he get it up and over? Yes, she does! But straight into the safe pair of hands of Soumya, the Gokulam Kerala goalkeeper. Look at that. Almost a stereotype free kick from Rekha Paudel. On either side, it could have been challenging for Soumya, but it was quite a regulation take. A stray header. Vivian collects. Close on her is Harmilian Kaur. Ashalata Devi. Intervention from the Sports Odisha defense. Harmilian Kaur with a bit of a blind pass in the alley. A lofted ball and away from Rekha Paudel. Running out of pitch in the end. The comprehensive grassroots structure and the initiatives that AIFF hopes to bring through the Blue Clubs and Project Diamond will be able to have a robust grassroots and elite player development structure. The decision to give equal importance to the amateur structure in football to raise the level of the competition. An equal opportunity for the players at this level. It has decided to introduce the institutional leagues as well. I think that has been a shot in the arm, where 10 teams from across the country will play on a home and away basis. And the winners of the league, where the teams will be decided in a bidding process, and may get an opportunity to play in the cup tournament at the national level. And this will surely help the legacy institutional teams get the heritage treatment. A beautiful stadium of Trans Stadia. The facility costs about 550 crore to construct as part of a public-private partnership with the state government. Sits back up for Dangmei Grace, but she unable to bring the ball back under control. Now managing to get hold of the ball finally. Sports Odisha. Poonam. She's got 3 blue shirts inside her. Clearance drops into the feet of the number 15. Takes the shot on. Is still bobbling in the area. Trying to get away from her marker. Sunfeeder Non-Groom. She claims it quite comfortably, Soumya. The indoor arena hosted its facilities' first sporting event, the 2016 Kabaddi World Cup in November 2016. A former inauguration ceremony was held on 30th June 2017, attended by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other political and sporting dignitaries. During a speech at the ceremony, Seth referred to the arena as the most modern stadium in the world, especially the floodlights installed in this ground is quite new, fulfilling the modern requirements as well. Ranjana Chanu's attempted cross and access denied by Mamta Patra. And corner kick for Gokulam Kerala. About 20 minutes of regulation time left in the game. This game is far from Sports Odisha's reach. A 5-1 lead for Gokulam Kerala. Ranjana Chanu delivers in the center. Free header in there. It has gone in. Shilki Devi this time is joining in the party in style. And half a dozen for Gokulam Kerala. 8 goals in the opening game against East Bengal and 6 already here with about 21 minutes remaining on the clock. Perfect connection from Silky Devi. Impeccable placement from the Manipuri international. Both the Manipuris in fact combining in producing the goods for Gokulam Kerala. Ranjana Chanu's cross and Shilki Devi's header. And now Sabitra Bhandari through the center. Got in the way. Is Sanamija. Supremely composed Ashalata Devi. It's turning out to be a bizarre evening with some shambolic defending from Sports Odisha. There is Dangmei Grace. Kritina is on. Had Harmilan Kaur in the right position, but the cross was slightly overcooked. Last year it ended 7-1 for Gokulam Kerala at the Capital Ground. 6-1 already. There could be more goals. Not getting a lot of distance on the goal kick, only as far as Silky Devi. Using her strength, using her guile, and now slips it down the line for Sabitra Bhandari. She is drifting onto the wings, operating down the flanks and through the center. She's everywhere. Beautiful nutmeg. Goes to the byline towards Vivian. Slightly lost control of the ball, the Ghanaian. Indumati. Saw the gap clearly. Blocked off by the Sports Odisha defense. They've conceded 8 goals in this tournament, and Gokulam Kerala have scored 14 and conceded 3. Vivian up ahead of her is Sabitra Bhandari. Vivian waiting in the center. Sabitra goes for the shot. Keeper came out of her line and narrows down the angle, makes herself big, and Sabitra Bhandari seems to have spurned a chance here. This time with her leg. Chance after chance for Gokulam Kerala. Sports Odisha defense just falling apart like a pack of cards. Ashalata over the top. Offside flag going up immediately against Dangmei Grace. And Ashalata Devi. And there she is. Clearly off. Nicely captured on a camera. Paramita is preparing to get a couple of changes ready for Sports Odisha. A goal scorer in the previous game, Anju, will come on. A slight confusion inside the box. Keeper had her heart in her mouth. And somehow Sports Odisha are out of jail via Rekha Paudal's clearance. A miscommunication between the goalkeeper and the defender, almost resulting into the goal number 7. But Rekha Paudal, her presence of mind, preventing Vivian from getting a touch. So drinks break here at the Trans Stadia. The match number 11 between Gokulam Kerala and Sports Odisha. And Gokulam Kerala leading by a 6-1. And Sabitra Bhandari stole the limelight once again by scoring a wonderful hat-trick. This was the first of the 3. Twisting and turning, Dangmei Grace came off the crossbar, and Bhandari scoring her second, and now getting on the end of this reverse ball and making it count with a toe poke. And going through a rich reign of form, Sabitra Bhandari. She is the all-time Nepalese goal scorer when it comes to women's football. She scored 45 goals for Nepal and was also regarded as the South Asia's best women's striker at the age of 20. Incredible achievement. And India is nothing new to her. She bagged the Golden Boot Award in 2018. A couple of changes. A wholesale of change made by Paramita. Sanfida Nongrum taken off, and in comes Manisha. And the number 7, Anju, replacing Manisha Nayak. Three changes made by Paramita so far. 2 by Anthony Andrews. Chance for the master tactician from Maharashtra to test his bench and give game time to the likes of Baby Lal Chandami, Chris Maria, Reshma and Manju Baby. This is a perfect time to have a look at his bench. I wonder why Paramita Shit had to wait for so long to bring on Anju. And knocks it down. Hermelian Kaur chasing it. Hermelian Kaur past her marker and wins a corner. The last touch coming off a blue shirt. Her appeal acknowledged by the referee. Well, it's been given as a goal kick. Slightly surprising, that decision. And Hermelian Kaur looked surprised as well. Gokulam Kerala just harassing Sports Odisha into mistake. Now stepping up, finds the feet of Dangmei Grace. A clever flick on, didn't come off. Now quickly on the counter, Vivian on the loose. Chance to throw on a counter for Gokulam Kerala. Hermelian Kaur, Indumati, Shilki Devi, Sabitra Bhandari. Making her way forward, Hermelian Kaur, fine save, another chance, another goal for Sabitra Bhandari. There's simply no stopping her. 5 in the previous game and 4 already in this one. as they matches the previous year's scoreline in this fixture against Sports Odisha. It's 7-1. Harmilan Kaur denied by the goalkeeper. Falls kindly for Sabitra Bhandari. She says thank you very much and puts the ball into the back of the net. She can simply smell goals inside the 18-yard box. Sabitra Bhandari, one of the top recruits in this league. Mamta Patra is having a terrible game. The right full back of Sports Odisha. And just slipped under her studs. And just about 10 minutes remaining in this game. It's Gokulam Kerala 7, Sports Odisha 1. The Malabarians will be looking to end this in double digits. 2-2 strong, Vivian. Playing with a lot of responsibility. She's been heavily involved in this game. Both the strikers, Sabitra Bhandari away from one and the second, left the ball behind slightly, tracing her. Her international teammate, Rekha Paudel. A cutout by Sumitra. Sumitra got options on both sides, deciding to go to the right. And now Anju. Anju's pass easily read by Shilki Devi, who drops behind to reinforce the Gokulam Kerala defense. And Mamta Patra will go off. And the number 19, Subhasini Shaha, will come on. Four changes made by the Sports Odisha head coach. One more remaining. Still no change in fortune. The defense have been very leaky, very porous in the second half. Especially the set pieces, the crosses and cutbacks have given them the jitters. Rekha Paudel. Anju, this time with her left foot. Low cross, finding the number 17. Doesn't do enough. Sabitra Bhandari, she needs some rest, running out of breath. Anthony Andrews need to keep her fresh for the remaining fixtures. The 16 teams split into two groups. Each team play 7 games in the group stages. Gokulam Kerala have 5 more remaining after this. The scorer of 4 goals in this game, Sabitra Bhandari, has been taken off. These are the goals, and this is how she has scored a hat-trick. Sniffing that there's going to be an opportunity, a rebound inside the box, and that is where all top strikers do their business, inside the 6-yard box. Sonia Jose replacing Sabitra Bhandari. Sonia, the number 20, comes on for Sabitra Bhandari. A third change made by Anthony Andrews. A play called back for that earlier foul. Vivian Ajay, very solid, offers a lot of physicality. Strong in air, good in one-on-one battles, and that is why she is on the pitch. Operates from the wings. Just stretching the Sports Odisha defense on the flanks. to open up the center. Whenever she gets on the ball, draws a lot of attention, draws defenders towards her in the bargain. The likes of Harmilan, Manasa and Sabitra Bhandari finds a lot of space. Both of them went up for the ball. Came off worse for Ritu Devi. 6 minutes of stoppage time left. Throw in for Sports Odisha. Finished in the top 4, top 5 rather, last year. Piari Kaka was the star player. She scored 12 goals for Sports Odisha in the previous season. Rekha Paudel filling into the boots of the Indian international. Ranjana Chanu with a good looking ball forward. Has she been brought down? Yes, she has, because the referee has pointed to the spot. It's a penalty for Gokulam Kerala. Vivian Ajay clipped inside the box. Look at that. There's that trailing leg from the number 4, Poonam. And a spot kick for Gokulam Kerala. Vivian Ajay brought down illegally inside the box. There weren't any cover behind. Had to bring her down. Otherwise, she could have been one-on-one with the keeper. And now Vivian Ajay up against Pandita Das. In search of the 8, and Vivian slots it home comfortably. Had no time to react. Pandita Das struck with a lot of venom, low and hard into the bottom corner. Gokulam Kerala are 8-1 up. A brace for Vivian. Goal number 3 for the Ghanaian. 8 goals in the previous game and 8 goals here. Takes their scoring tally to 16 goals. An average of 8 goals per game. I remember Gokulam Kerala winning their opening game last year by 12-0. That was their highest margin victory in the previous season. Losing her balance. Lost sight of the ball. Dangmei Grace. The ball eventually went out of reach. Ashalata Devi just not panicking. Kept her eyes on the ball and took control of the situation, using all her experience. That is what all top defenders do. When the striker twists and turns in front of them, they just had to keep their shape, keep their cool. Went for the right moment to throw the boot in and take the ball away. That is exactly what Ashalata Devi has done. On a splitting ball, a turn of pace from Shilki Devi, hits the woodwork this time. So unlucky, the number 6. Another brilliant phase of play from Gokulam Kerala. Teasing and tormenting the Sports Odisha defense. Indumati. The 2 stalwarts in Gokulam Kerala's defense, Ashalata Devi and Ranjana Chanu. Dalima Chiba missing from the previous season. She is with kickstart this year. Wriggles out from that challenge, and that was dipping in almost. What a brilliant effort from Dangmei Grace, the skipper. A rising left footer. Heads the hoarding behind. And Anthony Andrews will be a happy man. Heading towards another a big win. Gokulam Kerala. Very relaxed at the moment. The Gokulam Kerala players. It was a team effort, a spirited performance. Performed as a collective unit. Each and every department functioned well, apart from that one occasion where Sumitra Hembram scored the goal. Should have been closed down, Sumitra. That is one area Gokulam Kerala need to improve and not allow the opposition to shoot from distance. A nice 1-2. Early ball in. Easy pickings for Ashalata Devi. Additional time of 4 minutes. Can they get some consolation? Sports Odisha. Shilki Devi. Ashalata Devi. Ranjana Chanu. Between the lines for Indumati. Brilliantly done by Indumati. She's got quick feet. And now looks into the box. Vivian is the target. Dangmei Grace was present as well. Again stepping in Indumati. Chance for a cutback. In it comes. And out it goes for a corner. A good spell of possession from Gokulam Kerala. Practically rendered Sports Odisha's left hand side. That should be offside. The flag went up immediately. There she is, Vivian. She is also on a hat-trick. Desperate to score her first hat-trick in Gokulam Kerala colours as well in the Hero Indian Women's League. Shilki Devi. She has been the star performer, not just for the national side but also for her club side, Gokulam Kerala. Asha plays it forward. Space on the right hand side. Indumati plays in Dangmei Grace, but the pass was too close to Ritu Devi. And eventually a comfortable sliding tackle coming in from the number 3. Still a couple of minutes left. A good shielding there from Ritu. She has been one defender who can hold her head high. The most reliable defender in the Sports Odisha setup. Gokulam Kerala are a high scoring side. We saw that the previous 2 seasons as well. Yet to score in double digits though. Just a matter of time though. Such is the weight, such is the pedigree of this team. Not just victories, they frustrate the opponent as well in order to clinch full 3 points. Rekha. This is looking good. for Sports Odisha. Rekha Paudel gets the shot. It was a rasping effort. And now Vivian looking to get past the number 4. Vivian using her bulk and goes for the curler. And the ball lands on the roof of the net. Checks in to her left, onto her right, and then unleashing that. Here's the stanchion behind the post. There's that high interception from Ranjana. Harmilan Kaur. Vivian Ajay. Time is up and Furki Bhutia blows the whistle. Another comfortable victory for Gokulam Kerala. And with this win, they top the Group A with 6 points. And with a goal difference of plus 13. Which means Mumbai Knights are second now. A wonderful performance from Gokulam Kerala. 4 goals from Sabitra Bhandari. A brace from Vivian. And a goal apiece from Dangmei Grace and Indumati. And Sumitra Hembram is the scorer of the goal for Sports Odisha. Brought back her side into the game at one point, but wasn't enough to stop this high-scoring Gokulam Kerala side. Mostly defensive lapses resulting into this chances that presented itself. Gokulam Kerala taking their chances. Rekha Paudel had a chance to put her team in front, but she missed it. This is how Vivian made it 2-1 before the hydration break. At one point, the game looked pretty tight, and Dangmei Grace giving them a 3-1 lead going into the half-time break. In the second half, Gokulam Kerala started in a great way. Manasa's shot was saved by the goalkeeper. Grace's attempt off the bar, and then Sabitra Bhandari making it 4-1, scoring her second, and then completing her hat-trick. Brilliant through ball from Indumati. Ranjana Chanu's corner and Shilki Devi's header finding the back of the net. Harmulian denied by the keeper. Sabitra scoring her 4th. And this was the last strike. Vivian brought down by Poonam and converting from the spot kick. In the end, it has ended 8-1 in Gokulam Kerala's favour. Today's player of the match is Vivian Ajay, the number 10 of Gokulam Kerala. She is on 3 goals. Another Ghanaian import up top for Gokulam Kerala. She is presented a cheque of 15,000 rupees. That's the confirmation of the full-time scoreline is Gokulam Kerala 8, Sports Odisha 1. Thank you so much for being with us. Goodbye.